Good morning, everyone. I'm finishing like the last bite of my granola from this morning.
Well, I'll tell you and pray, but you put back this vision in my head too if something happened. Hi, I'm Chris Berg. This is Christy Larson.
Sorry.
Happy
Sometimes I'm hungry.
Wednesday. I don't blame you when you get here at 2 a.m. I'd be starving too.
Well, and we had a meeting, so it's like I got back from our morning show. We had a staff meeting, and then we have this show, and it was like
did they have good
zero
food in the
breaks
meeting?
in between. They had muffins. I didn't eat one though. I smelled one. I was like,
this is her new strategy where she sees good food that she
just smell it.
You're not supposed to eat like a muffin right now or a donut, right?
I don't want to eat a muffin or a donut. That's not going to help me with my goals that I have.
That's
for
what
the
I'm
new
saying.
year.
I'm impressed.
Goals.
You just said you didn't even want it.
I
wow.
didn't. If it was donuts, that one would have been a little bit harder for me to resist.
But wasn't there donuts recently? You were like, oh, okay, I'll just smell these.
Yeah, someone had donuts in the newsroom the other day, and I was like, oh, let me just smell your donut.
I'm going to smell them, and that will satisfy my hunger for them. All right, let's see if we can get this going here. We're going to get your horns up. Bison fans, again, if you didn't see the Proceed Pep Fest last Friday night, it was phenomenal. Blind Joe singing live, and he was great. So we've got Karen Olson joining us from, I think there's a store called Shields that's out there or something like that.
It's something like that, just a little store.
She's going to do a great job giving you some new six-pack bison gear that you can pick up.
Plus, Rob Roberts is back. We're going to be showing you a recipe for Lisa Green avocado toast. Avocado toast.
I just had that this morning.
Oh, you had that's what you had for breakfast?
Yeah, I got these great avocados, and then I have this delicious butter that I slide on my toast, and it's little Himalayan sea salt.
Healthy man over here. Here, I'm like, I avoided a muffin. Scarfed down a granola right before I got it. And you're
this isn't easy, right, Larson? I mean,
it ain't easy being green. Also, it's Wednesday, which means it's a Make-A-Wish Wednesday. So we're going to be telling you about how you can help out Make-A-Wish here in North Dakota on Giving Hearts Day. It helps them wish so many grants every single year. So
such great stories.
We'll talk more about that too. But of course, we want to go over to Lisa since there is some bad news coming for some people who are going to listen.
All people today. Even if you don't get slammed as much as others by this winter storm, we've got some cold air coming in. So you do want to pay attention so you can be prepared for it. I know it's not news we want to hear. I don't even like passing it along, but we have to talk about it. A winter storm warning that takes effect at noon today in the red there, and that's surrounded by a bunch of blue. Those are winter weather advisories as well, and those start at various times here in the valley depending on where you are. That storm system is going to work in from the west, so those of our viewers out west, you'll see this system move in before others in the east. But check out these temperatures. We're starting off fantastically this morning as far as temperatures are concerned. We're at 29 in Fargo, 27 in Grand Forks. A lot of places in the 30s this morning. It's 32 currently in Devil's Lake. So some mild numbers here in the valley, and the wind is starting to shift. That's our first sign that things are changing. We've got wind out of the south and the east. It's starting to pick up and become more northerly out west. So Langdon has a gust to 31 miles per hour right now. So the wind's starting to get going. Checking out your visibility, it's down a bit in a lot of areas. We're looking at wind or visibility reports around that 5-mile range. We're seeing a little bit of fog here to start off today. So let's take a look at the radar. We've been watching those snow showers and sleet and freezing rain start to develop here this morning, especially out west. But there's an area in the valley here in the Devil's Lake region where we're starting to see some more returns showing up here in the valley. So we're looking at potential for some snow and blue there. That purple area, that's kind of that transition from rain to snow, so some sleet kind of happening, and then stretching down into Eddy and Foster counties, the radar picking up some freezing rain in the pink there. So very light stuff, maybe not necessarily reaching the ground at the moment, but it's starting to show on the radar here today. So let's take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast. We're looking at that snow and potentially maybe a brief moment of freezing rain on the warm side of this system moving in. Noon hour, we've got that in the western part of our viewing area, and that continues to spread eastward through the afternoon. So by 3 o'clock, we've got strong winds gusting 30+ miles per hour, maybe even 40, and some snow showers coming down in places like Grand Forks and back over to Jamestown and approaching the Fargo-Moorhead area at that point. Of course, this is give or take an hour or two. It gives you just a decent idea of what's going to be happening here. And then getting into the evening hours, that drive time, some of us running into some big problems heading home tonight. We're looking at some strong winds blowing that snow that's falling around. And in addition to that, dealing with some low wind chills up north initially, but all of us will be impacted by that. And you can see there's a big difference in temperatures at this point. Only 3 degrees in Langdon and still hanging on to some 20s, even a 30 over by Wadena. So big range of temperatures as the system moves in. Tonight and into the overnight hours, that snow continues, and with the wind, some of our worst travel time will be in the late night hours and overnight, and continuing into tomorrow morning. Checking out early morning hours tomorrow. This is 7 a.m. You can see the snow's winding down, but there's still some snow in the east, and there's still wind, and that's going to blow around any snow that we pick up. And so that morning drive going to be a tough one. A lot of people are going to be impacted by that in the morning hours, and temperatures sliding below zero, and we'll have wind chills that are even worse than that. So bundle up here in the forecast for tomorrow and tonight, for that matter, with this system bringing in that colder air. So snowfall potential. This is one shift from what you're seeing on the map there a little bit, and it's just going to be hard to measure in the first place because the wind's going to be blowing that around as well. So snow plus wind is our big problem here for today and early tomorrow. Friday, a little round of snow as well. It looks pretty weak, doesn't look like a big impact, but of course Chris is already reacting to the temperatures he's seeing on the 7-day planner. It's going to be tough. That cold Arctic air is back, and it's just going to park itself over the valley for a while here. So it was a nice break while it lasted.
Chris is just so sad over here.
I mean, doesn't that take your breath away? I mean, to see a minus 30? By the way, can you go back to your first graphic real quick?
Yeah. Let's see. What did I show you first?
Watch this. This is great. The winter storm warning thing?
Yeah. I'll pull that up.
And then can you go just so it's side by side you?
Oh, with me on screen?
Yeah.
You're very demanding today,
They'll have to pull me up. There you go.
First off, love your dress. And secondly, did you do the blue like that so you could match the graphics? Or
no, I just wore blue today. But it matches. It matches the advisory.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
And the snow on our forecast map as well, and that will show up on the radar.
When they first cut to you, I was like, did she plan it like that? Like that's how she determines her graphics now?
Maybe subconsciously. I don't know.
Maybe she's like, I know what's ahead in the weather.
Know who she looks like?
Blue today.
Who does she look like right now?
A supermodel? Who?
Oh.
Elsa.
Elsa. Oh.
She's kind of got the dress going.
You have been Elsa before.
Yes, my goddaughter used to call me Elsa from time to time.
Yeah.
Do you want to break out in song?
Because I bring the cold, apparently. No, I do not want to.
Snow, let it
Christy will take care of it.
Then you could sing to her, do you want to build a snowman?
Well, I have to sing her praises of thanks. Look at what she gave me. So Lisa Green is so sweet. She got me a Christmas present, and I didn't get her one.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Lisa.
I wasn't expecting one.
But she got me, look at this. I'm kind of a big deal. Did you get this from the gas station?
No, but I didn't get a chance to tell you the story about that.
Okay, what's the story?
So Christy did a live report from, I can't remember.
PetroServe,
Okay,
USA.
PetroServe, about last minute Christmas gifts. And she pulled up this mug, and I'm like, that's the perfect gift for her. So
I even said, if anyone wants to get me this, it's on PetroServe.
So I didn't go out, but I sent Jared out to search for it. And he got there and somebody had already bought it, Christy.
Oh, because they saw it and everyone loves pickles and they wanted it.
That is the greatest mug.
Isn't that awesome? And it's nice and hefty for morning people. Ooh.
So then I went online and found it and ordered it and had it shipped.
Oh, you are just too sweet.
Can I see that?
Yes.
I love this
Isn't that
handle.
hefty?
Yes.
So we were doing a story about last minute gifts and how you can grab things from the gas station because they have things like salt lamps and everything
cool
else,
stuff,
like buys and gear. Sorry, Shields, but they had like these mugs there.
Wow,
and
it looks could kill.
Love you, sending love that way. Anyways, but they did have these mugs, and I was like, oh, this is perfect to show on TV.
It's so
funny that someone else had went and picked it up
I know.
that day. Anyways. I'm going to bring this home and use it on my Saturdays for sipping coffee.
I love it.
Perfect.
Or I might just pile pickles in there and then sit and munch on them
Yeah,
during
yeah.
like movies or something.
Make sure you send us a snap about it.
I will. I'll have to take a picture tomorrow with it.
You could use that like for a bowl. I mean, if you want to do like pickles and dip and.
Lisa Badeau may
right.
not steal this one for her oatmeal. She always comes back to my desk because I have a collection of mugs on my desk, and she always comes and grabs one to use for a bowl. Actually, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Elsa.
Pickle Day takes place annually in New York's historic Lower East Side neighborhood. I'm hoping to go there next time they have it. It's the world's largest pickle festival, and they have everything from ice cream surprises to pickles on a stick and giant talking pickle mascots that go and interview people. So that might be my new job. Everything for pickle lovers, and the official date hasn't been set yet for the next one, but it will be
Oh, you would
sometime
love that.
in the fall. I was watching this because someone had sent me after they did it this year. It was in October. Someone sent it to me afterwards, and they were like, "You should have gone to this." And I was like, "Ah, if I would have known, I would have somehow convinced my way into going there and reporting from the pickle festival."
That would have been perfect for
I've
you.
been the best reporter for that job.
Especially you know,
This
in
fall.
Manhattan for a couple days.
This
and-
fall, it's gonna happen. Yay!
All right, I want to share this with you. This is a really cool story. A young kid out of Minnesota. He got this NFL Play 60 thing. He ended up winning an award where now he's actually going to be down on the field. Is going to be down on the field during halftime, I believe, or maybe pregame
Ooh.
for the Super Bowl. So a young
What?
person out of Minnesota gets to go down there, and just think of the Vikes end up being in the game. It is going to be absolutely incredible. So kudos to her. She's from Rochester, and what an awesome experience.
This is so cool. I love this initiative that the NFL has been doing to get kids active, to get them playing and doing lots of sports, not just obviously
Football.
doing
yeah.
football, which I love. So I can't believe it. She's actually going to get to deliver the Super Bowl game ball to the officials on the field right before kickoff.
Nice.
So that's going to be so cool for her. And then, of course, we talked about it yesterday. You were off, but Melanie and I were talking about Pink is going to be singing the national anthem.
Oh.
And so that will be interesting. Of course, Justin
JT.
Timberlake's going to be doing the halftime show. You know, I was watching when the Golden Globes, they were, right? That was the word one? That
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And him and Jessica were stopped to talk. And of course, they asked him about the halftime show. And he's like, "Oh, no, I haven't worked on anything," you know, kind of joking around. But he's like, "Yeah, we've been working really hard." So I'm so excited.
Had a chance to interview the CEO of the Super Bowl committee.
What?
Yeah, it was really, she was fantastic. So there's like all these great free events coming up starting January 26th. Go down there. But I asked her, of course, I said, "So you got to give us the inside scoop. Is he working on some Prince songs for his set?" She's
And?
like, "Well, I can't give a set away, but let's just say you'll be very, very happy knowing that you love Prince." So it's going to be an amazing show.
I finally heard his new song. I think it's called like Filthy or something. Because he's been slowly releasing new songs as this album that he's releasing comes out. And I finally heard it in the car ride to work this morning, and I was kind of cranky. My phone didn't work last night, and I was up late and all this crazy stuff. And I'd heard someone say to like the song, you have to turn it way up. And I was like, "Oh, it's 3:30 a.m. I'm driving to work. I don't want to turn it up," but I did, and I kind of liked it.
Can't stop the feeling, huh?
I'm still kind of iffy about it, though. I might have to hear it one more time before I decide. I loved Can't Stop the Feeling right away, right when I heard that
We need to
song
do
the
an
first
entire
time.
A segment and have a contest, see who can integrate the most JT song titles.
Okay, bye, bye,
Completely
bye.
randomly.
Oh,
I'm bringing sexy back to the show.
dirty pop.
Senorita. All right, we got a great show in store
Hey,
for you.
you're
We
funny.
may even sing Rock Your Body. Dun, dun, dun.
Everybody.
I mean, there's so many good jams. It's great. Wait, that was an NSYNC song, though, right?
Yeah, but JT sings
I
in
know. Are
NSYNC.
we going to count NSYNC on this?
Yeah, it counts. It
Ah.
counts. Oh, that's a Backstreet
Oh, is
Boys
that a
song?
Backstreet
Oh, no! Okay, I just lost the game. I forfeit. Okay, we have more to come here on North Dakota today. We're talking shields and bison gear when we come back.